Deen the Great. How good is he? If you were living under a rock and you missed his insane fight in the rematch against Wally Sharks, man. Deen the Great put on a show, put on a big time performance. He's looking better and better each and every fight. There's no doubt about it. He's got potential. But at the end of that fight, he calls out Javante Davis. He calls out Ryan Garcia. I'm sure it's just a little publicity thing, put his name out there a little bit more. But he has expressed on multiple occasions that he wants to go pro. He wants to fight in the pro scene. He wants to be a world champion. So how good is he really? And just give my opinion on what my thoughts are about this young prospect. Deen the Great is probably one of the best technical boxers in influencer boxing. The guy is very, very polished. He went out there and dominated a Golden Gloves champion. So the guy is serious. He's got some skills. At first, the competition was seeming like it wasn't going to be there, but they found some guys that have really tested him and really put him through the ringer, and he's come out on top each and every time. We've seen him get knocked down. We've seen him get hurt, get dropped. He still fought hard, fought back, faced adversity, and came back and won the fight. And regardless of what we think, man, yeah, genuinely, he should have lost that fight. But what that shows is that even when he is facing severe adversity, he could still come back and he doesn't quit on himself. That's a very good sign from a young fighter. A big part of this game is mental. I know a lot of people, we see all the flashy physical stuff and, you got to be willing to take a punch here and there. You got to show your toughness, your heart, but it all boils down to your mentality. And Deen the Great has shown in the past that he's mentally strong and he's prepared to, if he were to get hurt, if you were to get dropped, you better stay on your P's and Q's because the guy will fight back and he will fight back hard and he'll keep going. He won't quit on himself. Now, his boxing technique is among the best, probably the best in influencer boxing. The guy is very quick. He carries a lot of power in those hands too. That's what I like about those smaller guys too. They are so quick and fast and they're so twitchy that it's almost like so mesmerizing to watch how actually quick they are. And to be honest, a lot of those smaller guys don't really carry that knockout power like that. And Deen the Great, as you can see, he's got it. So not only is he quick, not only does he got power, but he can counterpunch too. We've seen him multiple times up against the ropes, slipping, weaving, countering with that right hand. It's definitely, without a doubt, that right hand is his biggest weapon by far. And he knows how to utilize it. I like how he sets it up with his counters. I would like to see a little bit more jabs and a little bit more work in the body too, because he does get stuck in that head hunting a little bit too much. And I think he relies too much on that right hand to try to knock someone out cold. Whereas I think if he just stayed patient, worked that body, and then came back upstairs, I think that would serve him a lot more better. But without a doubt, man, he's got some serious skills. The only thing that he is mainly susceptible to is that left hook. And Wally Shark has been pinging him with that left hook. And to be honest, in that last fight, it was looking like it was going to go just as the first one. In the opening, the first shot Wally landed was the left hook that wobbled Deen. So that's what you don't want to see. You don't want to see, all right, this guy has been getting caught with the left hook the first fight, getting dropped by it on multiple occasions. So going into the second fight, you kind of want to see him progress and not go for that, not get hit clean with that left hook. My coach always tells me, do not get hit with the same punch twice. If you get hit clean with it, you better not get hit clean with it again. And literally from the opening bell, Deen gets caught with the left hook right on the chin and gets wobbled. So that's something you don't want to see. He's very young. He's still got a lot of work to do. And, he's been progressing each and every fight. So he's only going to get better. But as for him calling out Javante Davis, I don't think he'll fight Javante anytime soon. To be honest, by the time Deen the Great possibly makes his way up to those type of levels of fights, I think Javante will be out of the game. Javante has said that he doesn't plan on being here much longer. He doesn't plan on fighting much longer because he doesn't have to. The guy's made plenty of money. So I don't think he will fight Javante, but the call out is, very interesting. However, as we all know, Javante would, I'm sorry, Deen, but Javante would kill him. Javante would kill him, man. All I'm going to say is that Javante's gazelle punch, if you've seen it, he ducks low and then he comes high with that gazelle punch. It is nasty, and I think that alone would put Deen away. And that doesn't even account for all of his other skill sets that he has. Javante is a real boxer, man. He went from just a pure power puncher from a tank to now Floyd Mayweather has transitioned him into this methodical boxer that can move his feet, that can counter and counter with those big shots and really put people away. He also calls out Ryan Garcia. And here's the weird thing, because just like we said, we were saying Deen is most susceptible to that left hook. Unfortunately, Ryan Garcia's best weapon is the left hook. So I'm sorry, man. I just don't see it. Maybe, and I think he would have a better chance against Ryan Garcia just because of the stylistically. I think he has a better style against Ryan Garcia than he would against Tank. I think his style would be horrible against Tank. But against Ryan Garcia, I think his style would match up a little bit better, a little bit more in his favor. But I still think Ryan Garcia would knock this dude out within 3 or 4 rounds, because Ryan Garcia's left hook is nasty. And Javante Davis has said it himself that Ryan Garcia was the most powerful puncher he's ever fought. And remember, you guys, Javante went all the way up to 140 to fight Mario Barrios. And we just seen what Mario Barrios did to Yordenis Ugas. So Barrios is no slouch, and Javante's still saying that Ryan Garcia has the most power that he's ever fought. So that left hook is dangerous. Deen can't afford to get hit even one time with that left hook from Ryan Garcia, because it's going to be good night. It'll be over. I think Deen should, just tone it down a little bit. I think he's still got a couple more fights in the influencer scene, but after those couple of fights, I think he should move on to pro boxing, because I just think every other guy in his weight class that's an influencer, they're just going to be too outmatched for him. The only 2 guys I really want to see Deen against is Yuddy Gang, because Yuddy Gang did really well against him. Yuddy Gang was touching him up big time in that tag team fight. And I would like to see him face Uncle Pizza. I don't know if they're cool or anything like that, but Uncle Pizza actually beat Yuddy Gang. So Uncle Pizza's got some skills too. So I think those are really the only 2 fights left for Deen in influencer boxing. Should he get past both of those guys, why not? Move to the professional scene. But I definitely want to see those 2 fights, maybe one of them at least, until he moves on. But like I said, Deen should probably pump the brakes just a little bit on the call-outs. Maybe you're getting a little too, in the moment when you come off of a big win like that. Just pump the brakes a little bit. Start from the bottom. Work your way up. The guy has got skills, and I look forward to seeing the improvements and look forward to seeing how well he does in the pro scene. But of course, let me know what you guys think about Deen the Great in the comments below. How do you think he stacks up with Yuddy Gang or Uncle Pizza? Those 2 guys look very, very skilled. And remember, Yuddy Gang was touching him up. So let me know your thoughts. Who should Deen fight next? And should he get past them? Do you think it is a good move that he should just get rid of influencer boxing and move on to the pro scene? Or should he just stay in influencer boxing and just get that bag? But thank you all so much for the support as always. And I'll catch you in the next video.